Hello, people. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's WAOF race for race 5, which is a wildcard one. Oh, and it's looking pretty wet. Now, for the people that are not in the Discord and are either watching this back on YouTube or just watching for the first time, let me quickly explain what tonight's wildcard race is. For the people that don't know, we have a driver in our league called Dogajit. He is currently in the Alpine P6, but he likes rain and he has paid off the admins and he has caused mayhem for tonight. So qualifying will start full wet, and at some point in the session the rain should stop. That does not mean that it's gonna be dry enough for dry tires. Speaking of the tires, for qualifying they are only allowed to use the full wet tires or the hard compound of tires. So if you did not select the hard compound strategy, you are screwed. Then in the race is expected to start dry, but we will get some weather along the way, and there's gonna have to be a way to find out when that will be, but in the race you can use all the tires. That's basically everyone caught up. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Hello James, hello Rich. The sky is up and I am looking forward to this too. However, I might not be able to keep the chat up for long because I forgot to charge my phone, so we're at a whopping 5%. And in case you hear static noise, also very possible, because I also forgot to get batteries for my controller. So we're gonna have to deal with that again. But I promise I'll get some tomorrow. And then next week we won't be having this. And the first person out on track is Gunnar. Can't see the tires now. There we go, everyone is on the full wets. Don't need to put the timings on, because Gunnar hasn't set the lap yet. I'd come over, mate, but a bit far away. Because I gotta do comms anyway. I can't really remember the last time I did Australia. I have bad memories, but I legit have no time for, or no clue for what time is quick or not. I assume it's gonna be around the 115s, 116s. Although, looking at the times Gunnar is doing, probably not. I might be very far off in fact. I definitely am. Here comes Gunnar across the line and is the first person to set a lap time in said wet conditions, and he puts in a 34.1. Oh, almost pins it into the wall. Ryan beats that time by 5/10 onto the self-proclaimed weather god now. Ah, fair enough. Oh man, James, I feel so sorry for you. Man. There's not a lot of things more worse than that. That sucks. Right, he's gonna round the final corners, and he is gonna be putting in a lap time. And I agree with you there, James, because it's still absolutely pissing it down. So I doubt it's gonna dry up. This is until he proved me wrong, the favorite for pole position today, or at least in the wet. Oh, he's drifting it. It can't be quick, but at least it looked good. This fast is in sector 1 though. It's also in the grass. It is starting, the clouds are starting to clear up a little bit. So maybe we will see some dry running at the end after that. Douglas towards the line. Straight right on. It's not bad. It's P4 for Douglas. Very decent. Drops down to P5 there, but still. Very good Josh. With a very good time as well. As the Audi glows blue. Eating the rain. Now you can use the wets, mate. It's fine. You're good. Well, it was bound to be someone. Admiral goes up to P6, I believe. Will struggling with the weather. Nicorius goes into P1. And Will invalidates, but he is up to P8. Mostly not deciding to go anywhere yet. Taylor, this time on the correct tires, is out on track. So let's be having a look-sees at what Taylor can do. I don't really know if sitting in last is aura farming, but they whatever. Probably at a point where you're really gonna have to either go out for a few laps on the wets or get screwed. And to be fair, everyone but mostly enjoy the Chexio on track. I think Joey is actually coming out of the pit lane right now. Though he is stationary, so might be coming in. As Bucko goes fastest. Now, if this were to stay like this, I'm sure Bucko would be over the moon. As Taylor almost loses it. Yeah, track evolution is gonna be a big thing. Oh. Across the line, Taylor goes into P4. That's very good. Oh, he's out. The man, the myth, the legend, the Mosley. We are gonna have to watch this now. This Licorious goes fastest by 6/10. Right, let me check something, because I spotted something the other day, and I won't say it. But let me just have a quick look. Aha. My suspicions were correct. Hello, Benjamin. There goes Ryan fastest. This is the moment everyone in the chat has been waiting for. The mostly minute and a half. Well, yes, it's inter timing, but they can't use inters. You can only use either the wets or the hards, so... I mean... It's definitely not looking as squirmy as Taylor's lap did, but... I will not lie and say that first sector was not great. That was 2 seconds slower in sector 1 than Douglas Yeet, and Douglas is currently 3 seconds off the pace. Yeah. You need to tell him he doesn't have to lift me. Absolutely ruining his lap time. But you know, he's getting used to it, so we can't blame him. Yeah, that's not great. That might even be outside of the 107% rule. Well, then you should go on the hards, mate. Risk it. Matter of fact, has anyone risked it? No one who's currently on an outlap, but people are in pit lane and waiting. love to see how many minutes were remaining, but someone's going slowly. It's a Haas, which means it's Gunnar, who's out of fuel. To be fair, he's done 7 laps. Delano is on Inters, which would be illegal if he were to go out on said Inters. So we're gonna keep an eye on that though. He's back to hards now. So that's good. Looks like the rain has stopped. So this is gonna be a big battle of who gets to be where first, and Admiral is the first person as Josh and Rich make contact, and that cost Josh 5 positions. More and more people switching to the hards, with Ryan and Licorius on new wets. Haley's retired. I think that's a mistake. Could we see an Admiral pole? I'm gonna hide the times for a bit. As there goes Thomas by 1 second. Jeez, gonna hide the times for a bit because I think at the moment knowing what tire people are on is a bit more important, and we don't want to block the whole screen. But the people on hard, okay, I'm gonna turn it back on. I need it. The people on the hards are not yet improving, but then again, Admiral was the first one, so this is the true first big test, as there is full overtake mode and straight mode enabled. So it's dry. And Admiral is 1.4 seconds up in Sector 1 alone. Whoever is out last is gonna have a massive advantage. And it does look like Admiral is indeed doing another outlap. This is not pushing. And even with him not pushing, he's gonna be fastest, which is crazy. Love to see again how much time's left, but people are just waiting in the final corner. Licorius 125.8. I have no clue who is now actually first on a lap. I'm gonna assume that it's not Pinball, it's gonna be the McLaren. And it's gonna be Corey Emperor. He's 4.5 seconds up. Needs to find at least 5 tenths. As Ryan goes fastest to a 24.6, so that might be close. But you would think that the hards would easily beat the softs. Robin, Gunnar, Plimbo did not make the line. So we're gonna have a very interesting grid, as here comes Corey and he takes provisional pole by 3 seconds. Joey Lucchesi, what can we see from him? Can we see a massive surprise? Oh, he goes second. That is so close. Mosley is third. It's gonna shuffle up still. Will hasn't validated. He's gonna start from the, well, basically back row of the grid. Can Taylor snatch pole? He's gonna storm towards the line, and he is on provisional pole. Admiral, realistically the only one who can take it, and he does. Admiral is on pole position. It's a Williams 1-2. I've never seen anything like it. That is beautiful. And, well, what I think is most beautiful is the Man in P4. That is awesome. I love seeing that. Starting grid will be Admiral, Taylor, Emperor, Joey Lucchesi, Mosley, Ryanair, Licorius, Douglas, Bucko, Hilly, Gooner, Plumball, Delano, Will, Robin, Rich and Joshua. That is absolutely mental. And everyone did keep to the right tires. So that's good. Now, I'm gonna quickly unplug my controller and plug in my phone to the charger so I can charge up a bit. And when it's time to race, we rock and roll. Hello, we are back. Yeah, weather has not arrived yet. By the looks of it, I have seen Rich already demanding that everyone moves out of the way or he will crash into them. So that's gonna be very epic to watch. For a man that got penalized earlier in the week for doing the same thing. You'd think he learned his lesson, but I guess not. In terms of strategy, Taylor and Joey Lucchesi on hards. As the only ones in the top 7, Robin and Joshua the only ones at the back end of the grid with mediums. And yeah, in the middle is just a whole lot of people with a hard on. And they're probably gonna try and make it towards the rain. Or at least that's what would make sense to me. There we are then. People will line up on the grid. A lot of people miss their grid slots, including my favorite and the fan favorite Joey Lucchesi and Mosley. But after all that, we're gonna get started for the Melbourne Grand Prix. It is lights out. And we are underway. Jesus, longest hold ever. It's not been a great start for Taylor by the looks of it. Admiral got underway nicely though. He has no issues into turn 1. And everyone actually clean through. Side by side between Ryan and Emperor. Ryan makes a oh, there is Chaos at the back. That is no Joey. Oh. And we have a virtual safety car. The up MP4 did not last long. He got tapped around by someone, I believe it was the Aston. I am not sure, but he is now back down to last. Unlucky. Still a Williams 1-2 though. The biggest gainer of the start is well, a lot of people. And the virtual safety car has gone. I'm gonna quickly turn off my phone. And, I'll check in like 10 minutes, so if there are comments then that's when they'll get looked at. Plimball is losing positions and Plimball is round. Contact, no contact. Very good. So the chaos has happened at the start mostly though. Looked like he was on the attack for a moment, but he's backed out of it unfortunately. It's the bottom 4, I'll have to pit and mostly is on the attack. There he goes around the outside. Can't quite get the move done though. That's the one I wanted. Paco was on the attack for a moment, instantly loses a couple of places. Now everyone who did not save another battery is gonna be in trouble on this straight. And we'll see who makes moves. At the moment it looks like Robin. No battery, slows down. And Doggers at P6 by the way, gets past Mosley. Oh, Mosley's dropping like a rock in a river. Leader still Admiral, followed by Ryan and Taylor, and they have broken away from what is the rest of the field. Doggers defending hard on Gooner. Just behind here, there is Robin as well, trying to go around the outside of Bucko. This is a train from like P6 all the way down to P13. As Robin there loses out to Rich, and Ryan, sorry for to have missed it, but he loses a position. Gains a position, he takes the lead. That is 3 wide. Oh my god. They're crazy, man. Dog is desperately defending. As Rich absolutely power dives someone there. Said he was going to be aggressive, so we could see that happening. It was into the back of, I believe, Hilly. And this has made them lose touch to, well, Doggers really, who's now a bit on his own, as there is someone who spun behind, and that's Bucko hard into the wall. Lucky if he doesn't have any wing damage. That is a big hit. Seems to be all okay though. Pinball closing up. Is there a gap for him? Yes, there is. Around the outside. Turn to the inside, but he can't quite make it stick. Gunnar has now caught up to Emperor. In the meantime, who are we on? This is Joey Lucchesi. Meantime, Admiral and Taylor holding down P2 and 3 like a boss. Gunnar past Emperor. Very well done. Gunnar played it nicely with the battery. That's things you like to see. And Bucko has retired, so yeah, that rear wing damage probably a bit much for him. And he is our first DNF of the night. Although by the amount of incidents we had, that is maybe a miracle. As the rain will start to show up soon. Hilly kind of stuck at the moment. Can't really find his way past mostly. Oh, but he does it under braking beautifully, even with the Lyco. Bit of wheel banging. You can expect that. That's all fair and game. They're not taking each other out. And Hilly's passed, and immediately Josh Profits as well. And can Hilly now also get immediately past Togus? Not yet. Yeah, I know how you feel there, Bucko. I had that not too long ago as well in Vegas, where something just felt off. But nothing was off, apparently. Definitely didn't feel right, but yeah, it seems to be some sort of glitch there or something, I don't know. Taylor has lost out on P3, he has dropped behind Licorius and Gunnar. But he is gonna be having the overtake mode. and he has quite a nice amount of battery, but the guys ahead, they have even more than I expected. A huge rear end loss from Gunnar. Battery levels do seem a little bit low going onto the straight. As a matter of fact, it is very low for all of them. They don't have enough, they're burning too much. Stellano was the first person with a time penalty. This is very close as well. That's almost 3 wide into that corner. With Robin there loses 2 positions to Hilly and to Josh. Hilly and Josh back on a charge. Robin trying to stay with them. Hilly actually very out of battery, and Josh very late on the move, and now Haley leaves out to, oh my god, that's 3 wide again. Robin goes deep, but he makes it stick. What a move. Oh, and Josh sticking his nose where there is no space for it. Lovely battle, and well, no one will really have a lot of battery remaining. Hilly does though, and Hilly is able to put his car around the outside and position himself nicely. They're gonna fight once again into the next corner. Joshua very smartly backs out. Having looks. So Emperor is in, and that will be over the mediums onto, I can only assume, another set of mediums. But it is a hard. And there is also someone who spun, and it's Mosley. And he's lost his front wing. At least a big part of it. Say everything that's crucial about the front wing is just gone. So funny, man. Delano also in. Gunnar has made his way up to 3rd. He is having an amazing drive so far. Delano is our 2nd retirement of the night. Fighting hard with Licorius. Admiral's still there as well, by the way. Taylor has dropped off quite a bit, but Admiral doing really well, and he does decide to pull into the pit lane now. A big moment for Licorius, and Admiral speeds into the pit lane. It's not very smart. Who was that? Delano. Oh, that was Delano's AI car. Ryan just really controlling the race currently. He is up by 4 seconds. Not really seeing any clouds yet. So I don't think the rain is coming anytime soon. Will that influence the salaries? As Ryan is also in from the mediums, he's gonna go to the hards. 19 laps is long but doable. Come out in comparison to Ryan, it's not gonna be close, but it's not gonna be super far away. It's just a shame that he has like 10 seconds, which he is most likely gonna have to serve if it does go to rain. And back to the lead battle. This is spicing up. Rich wants to go for it. Needs to have enough battery down this straight though. Gunnar certainly doesn't have a lot of battery. That leaves the door open for Rich to try and do something, and Rich takes the lead of the Grand Prix from the back row of the grid. You can say what you want about him, but he is having a great race so far. As Licorius also decides to pit. Everywhere in the rest of the field, it just all seems well spread out a bit. No one really within a second of each other except Josh and Robin, and of course our lead pair. Josh did just pit, and Robin has done for quite a while. So at this point it's just a waiting game. Josh makes a move on Robin. Unfortunately, I missed it. With Josh now back up to P10. Quickly start a new party because we were coming through in game chat. Robin is still able to keep with Josh, so the tire offset not as big that it impacts Robin. Pinball also with a penalty. Comes Robin, but he stays behind, and I don't know how smart that was because Josh has a lot of battery. In fact, I think Josh just might be saving. Surely. Fastest lap for the Curious Pinball is in. Must be one of the last to actually pit then. As the area around the track does seem a bit darker and you can see the cloud cover starting to roll in. Again, Robin having a look, can't quite get it done. Gunnar is in from the heart, could not make it to the rain period, and that's gonna hurt. How is Taylor ahead of Hilly and Ryan? When did he pit? He hasn't pitted yet. That's why. Ryan now on the better tires. Surely not. That is a beautiful move. Hilly switches it back though. It's a shame he couldn't keep it. But wow. The overspeed was a bit much all of a sudden. Can he also make his way past Taylor as soon as he possibly can? Has enough battery for it. Taylor will of course try and defend it in hopes of helping out that bro. To be fair, it's a penalty, so doubt how much it would be helping. Ryan now into the lead. Also past Taylor. Haley doing well, keeping up on those old tires, and same with Taylor. And the more laps that tick by, the more it's gonna be difficult. Whoa, who was that? That was Taylor with a huge moment. Might be time for a pit stop soon, I'll be honest. Lets his teammate past, which is good. Is he gonna try and hold up Licorius and Gunnar? Try and create a gap. It would be good teamwork. Imagine if they just, instead of like putting rain at the end, they just put very heavy overcast at the end and it's never gonna rain. Considering how dark the skies are getting and how long is still to go, it doesn't look great. Corey is not opting to burn battery on this straight. Interesting. Oh, he's played that beautifully. He's always gonna have more battery now. Oh. Fair play, Licorius. I was not familiar with your game. Amazing move. Gunnar is not good at saving battery around here. He can look, but he can't get past. I'm surprised Rich is still staying out. Those tires must be dying. As Taylor finally pulls into the pit lane. That's Joey Lucchesi who pulls in behind of Licorius. It looked promising for a little while until it was swiftly ruined. Gunnar's lack of battery into that final sector there cost him 5/10. Licorius on the back of Hilly. Track looking a bit meh. Hilly as well, by the way, doing amazingly. Staying out on those hards too. At the moment provisionally in the podium spot because of Admiral's penalty. Licorius will be looking to change that now. If there were to be a safety car now, surely you gamble Inters. Here comes Licorius around the outside and Hilly backs out of it. Knows he doesn't have the grip to fight. And I'd say he concedes position, but he was having a look still. Behind Gunnar gets past Hilly as well, making quick work of it. And on a big charge as Joey Lucchesi gets a penalty. Fastest lap for Taylor. On the softs, interesting. I mean, fair play to Rich for still staying out on those tires. They must be absolutely crying. hearts are, of course, very durable, but going on 22 laps, I'd love to know what his percentage is. Can Hilly keep on going? Looks like he can. Taylor on the back of Emperor doesn't have a lot of battery, doesn't really need it because he's on the softs. He has the superior grip and doesn't stay a fight for long, as Taylor is now ahead of Emperor. To be fair though, it could all reignite on the back straight here because Taylor doesn't have a lot of battery, Emperor has a lot more. If he wanted to, he could get a lot closer. Now he backs out and he decides saving more battery is the way to go. And there's the rain. When will people decide to pit? Will it be someone who immediately decides to pit? Will it be enough for him? Still 6 laps to go. Track will, I'd assume, become very bad very quick. No puddles yet then. Ryan is already struggling with it. And Mosley is in. So Mosley probably gonna be the first person to actually put on the interstand, and he is. So he is gonna be our comp time. And Ryan and April also in. Quick stop for Ryan. Licorius also stayed out. He doesn't think it's time yet. Hilly, probably just desperate to get off of those tires, also puts on the inters. This is a big lap. This is where it's gonna have to happen. If Ryan still wants to win this race, he needs to find about 8 seconds in this lap alone. They're all in traffic. Doesn't look that wet yet. Full battery, of course, flies past Taylor. And there is the low grid mode. So Rich has timed that very well. Now, does he stay in the lead? That is the question. He stopped now. Mostly will fly past him. And I don't think Ryan has done enough. And he hasn't. Rich will inherit P1 by a whopping 4 seconds. Okay, 3. The gap is actually still coming down quite a bit, but still, it's a big lead. Can he hold on to it? Ryan will be charging behind him, but Rich has driven such a good race. Besides that one tap, he's kept it very clean. I haven't seen any moments where he was over aggressive. And if he manages to pull this off, it is an awesome win. The rest of the field all kind of separated besides here. As Rich gets a penalty. Out of all the ways, I did not think that was gonna be the reason why Rich would lose a race. And that is super unlucky, because Ryan looks to have a lot of pace as well. Let's go on to these guys. So we are with 4 laps to go, see what they can do. Sorry, the chat wouldn't update for me, Jess, so otherwise I would have shown the tires. As here comes Ryan, but he can't do shit. What is this then? Oh my god. Gets a run. But he can't burn battery to get ahead. He's on the inside. Rich just goes into the grass, which obviously won't be ideal, but he sticks it around the outside nicely. Especially considering he was on said grass. It's gonna have to be a special moment or something if Ryan gets past. And to be fair, he doesn't have to. Oh, Taylor made an overtake. Go on, Taylor. Oh, he sent it up the inside, and this time he makes it stick. Ryan takes the lead, just before the penultimate lap, and now the pressure charge can be handed from Ryan to Licorious, who is not far off himself. Emperor also gets 3 seconds. Licorious is still in this, you know, he could win. If he can get past Rich, then he has a shot at Ryan. He's showing some great pace. Only he has straight line speed to utilize. That would have been great for him. If he wants it, he's gonna need to get past here, and he has gone for it. And he has taken it. Has one lap for 1.1 seconds. There's a wild Mosley there. That at the very minimum has at least been a distraction. Yellow flag, don't know who's that for. Must be for mostly letting people past. He is pushing for... He's not super far off. Throughout the whole race, it only looked like two people were really gonna win it, with Ryan and Rich. But if Licorius somehow manages to steal this, it would be the wet stint of the century, and he gets an amazing run out of that corner. He might do it. He has the run. He's gonna have to go around the outside, touches the grass a little bit, can switch back maybe. He's on the inside. Ryan leaves him enough space. He has a look, he can't quite get it done. It's gonna need to be a massive run towards the line, and it's gonna be a drag race. Ryan does not have a great exit, but he's not gonna catch. And it was an awesome battle, but in the end Ryan wins the race. Licorius gets P2, Gunnar gets P3. Awesome battle there at the end. Everyone else will slowly start to trickle in now. If Rich keeps going on this form, we'll see a podium from him next week. Douglas, the one who paid off the admins, can't even make it across the line in a straight line. And yeah, he won't be happy with that race. Winner, Ryanair, but only just. Game gives driver of the day to Josh. I don't know, it's a toss-up between the Audi team, I'll be honest. Because Rich had a very good race, but his wet stint really wasn't impressive at all. Josh didn't have as good of a race, but it's more likely for Rich to come from the back than Josh, and Josh was last. I don't know. I'm gonna debate that internally for a little bit, and I'll come back on that in the main chats. But I'd like to thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in next week, where we will be headed to Monza So that's gonna be chaos and fun. Can't wait. Have a good rest of your week, and yeah, see you later. Goodbye.